What's up, people? Know it's been a while, but it's now time for another customer of the day. And this one goes out to any customer with any company that feels entitled for, I guess, a token of appreciation because you pay your bill on time. I'm sorry, I thought that that's just the right thing to do. Anywho, this particular lady today was upset because she felt that her bill wasn't right. So instead of her calling to dispute her bill 4 months ago, she just didn't pay her bill. So I get a hold to her and she was like, well, my bill wasn't right, which is why I didn't pay it. I said, okay, well, why had you never called in? Well, I just automatically assumed that y'all would know that my bill wasn't right and y'all would fix it and then send me a new bill. I said, no, ma'am, we don't have people that just kind of sit around and look at the millions of accounts that we have just to say, oh, I think this account is wrong. Let me fix it and let me send this person a new bill. It's not how it works. Any responsible person would see that it's incorrect and call. Or even if you don't have time to call within that month, just go ahead and pay whatever the bill reflects. That way you have a leg to stand on. That way when you do call in, you know, that person will say, you know, I see you went ahead and paid it. You're right, it was incorrect, let's fix it. Versus you waiting 4 months to say, oh, I'm just not finding time to call in. Well, check this out, Home Slice. I guess it wasn't that important to you if you waited 4 months to call and say something is wrong. And then you're mad at me because I'm not waiving your late payment fees. I'm not waiving your reconnection fees. Why would I do that? It's not my fault that you didn't call in. Yes, your bill may have been off by 17 cents the first month. I get that. It's a little thing called taxes. However, to be that petty, to say, oh, my bill was wrong, so I'm just not gonna call in? No. Then she had the gall to bring up what another company offers and whatever. I said, well, ma'am, I don't work for that company, so their pricing structure, their billing structure is of absolutely no concern to me. She was like, well, you need to match their pricing. Ma'am, this is not Walmart, this is not Lowe's, this is not how we operate. If you want the services, you're going to pay for the services. And as of now, you have 4 months of billing that needs to be caught up. And I said, if your payment is not made within the next 3 days, it's gonna be disconnected due to non-payment. I can't believe you would disconnect my service. I've been a long-term customer for blah, 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 blah. First of all, don't ever say that to me, because the second you say that, I'm going to shoot you right down like a sniper in the night. I'm going to say, well, if you've been a long-term customer for this much time, you would already know this process. You already know that we're more than willing to work with you if you give us the opportunity to do so. But waiting 4 months down the line to say something is not right is not giving you a credible leg to stand on. Now that your services are suspended, and now they're about to be disconnected. Well, it was incorrect the first month, and no one bothered to call me to tell me. It's just like you going through the drive-thru at Wendy's and your order is wrong. They don't realize, not unless they were being completely thorough, which in the grand scheme of things, they aren't even comparable. But however, for the smaller-minded people, I'm going to use that comparison. They don't know your order is wrong or they forgot to put something in there, not unless you turn around and go back and say, hey, I forgot my honey mustard. There isn't any in the bag. Oh, sure, yeah, no problem. Let me go ahead and slide that in the bag. Or if you got overcharged for something. They're not catching that they may have accidentally done something if you don't say anything. Accidents happen, life happens. But it's what we choose to do with these accidents. You're choosing to not pay a bill. So in that case, I'm now going to choose to not adjust anything on your bill and still stand strong when I say you got 3 days to pay it or your stuff finna get turned off. And then once you're trying to come reconnect service, you're still gonna have to pay this remaining balance that you've incurred because you chose not to pay your bill for 4 months over 17 cents. Now, how petty is that? You can't even get a Snicker bar for 17 cents. Anyway, that was my customer of the day. Y'all be safe out there on Text and Drive. And y'all have a good one.